Hey everyone, this is Towelliee with TGN bringing you back to the Mr. Pandaria. And we are here in the Stormstout Brewery. One of two dungeons currently available to us in the Mr. Pandaria beta. A lot of this whole entire dungeon is based around the Hosen. And this first boss of the dungeon is called Ook Ook. Ook Ook. And it's this big ass monkey. And basically the meter you see right by my action bars is basically how much we are disturbing Ook Ook. So the more of the Hosen that we kill in the dungeon, whether it be flagged NPCs or ones that get normal aggro like these ones right here, as the bar fills up, he will spawn. And his mechanics are pretty funny. I'll talk about those in a bit. He only has about like 3 or 4 mechanics that you have to pay attention to. Now, getting to the Stormstout Brewery is no easy task right now in the beta. Currently, it's not part of the list of dungeons you can queue for. You kind of have to take alternate methods to get here. And by that, I mean, when you go into any other area but the Jade Forest right now, you get a debuff called No Man's Land or something like that, which basically says, Blizzard doesn't want you in this area right now. But there's certain ways that we got here, and we ended up getting a full group with DPS healers, a bunch of other people on the Jade Forest on Lost Isles were coming out here too. Not sure how many actually finished this dungeon. I didn't see too many videos out there, so you're probably watching one of the first videos on the actual dungeon as a walkthrough. But here we go. We're gonna kill a whole bunch of these habanero. Is that habanero like the pepper? Habanero, yeah, habanero brew. So I guess a little bit of spice right there, a little spicy. Blew them all up, and as you can see, even as I'm killing the neutral NPCs, the bar keeps on filling up. I did this on my warrior tank because currently, right now, my paladin tank is kind of bugged. My judgment is on a 24-day cooldown. I mentioned it in my other video, and it sucks. So I decided to come here on my there you go, Blade Storm Recklessness. It's like Towel Storm. It'll be Towel Storm for now and ever. And don't forget to check out my Brewmaster tanking video. That should be up by the time you watch this video. That one basically shows you, how much damage Brewmaster tanks are doing right now. I did a Panda Monk, and it is insane. It's crazy. Like right now you're seeing me AoE for like 9, 5, 6K. My Brewmaster tank is AoEing for like 50, 60,000. Ticks on everything around him. It's totally overpowered. Probably, not yet, I guess, fixed. But right now, we lost a member. I forgot who we lost and why or what happened. Might have been a healer. No, it wasn't a healer. It was somebody else. But here we go. We're about to fill up the bar with the Hosen party animals over here. You can actually ride those barrels, which is pretty cool. It's like if you get hit by them, it's a bunch of magical damage that you take. But I'm trying to ride some of them here because it's pretty cool. You can actually take them, and that's how I actually pull the boss. I'm waiting for one. I'm like, go, yeah, there we go. And you just bump it right into those guys. Did about 10,000 damage to the Hosen party animals there. Killed all of them, and at this point, I see all of them are heading toward the door, and I'm like, where are they all going? At this point, I'm saying to myself, what the fuck? I just saw the boss spawn in the corner of my eye, and I'm like, why are they all running away? God. And I'm guessing they're running away from Ook Ook. Now let's talk about Ook Ook's abilities before we actually encounter the boss. He has a few. One is called Going Bananas. At 90, 60, 30% health remaining, Ook Ook goes bananas. Increases attack speed by 15% and damage dealt by 15%. Stacks up to 3 times. In addition, this causes a wave of rolling barrels all over the place. He also has something called Ground Pound. This is for the tank. Ook Ook pounds the ground every 1 second for 3 seconds, inflicting 20,000 physical damage to all enemies within a 45-degree cone and stunning them for about, a couple of seconds. And then there's rolling barrels all around the room. Ook Ook entourage, periodically throwing rolling barrels, which rolls across the room until they hit a wall. Player or Ook Ook himself. At 90, 60, and 30% health remaining, the barrels are thrown more often. Now there's Brew Explosion. Rolling barrels inflict 50,000 physical damage to players and 10,000 physical damage to Ook Ook, and increased damage taken by 10% for 15 seconds. So the more you hit him with the barrels, the more damage he takes. So right now he has about 8 million HP. I think 8 or 9 million. I'm not sure exactly how you're supposed to hit him with the barrels. He wasn't really easily movable. But, I mean, on normal mode, the boss didn't hit me that hard. I stood right in front of the ground pound. I didn't bother to get away from it. It hit me for like 60,000 total out of my entire health pool. So it wasn't that bad. So I'm basically telling my group, let's see how this goes. So I get on a barrel, get hit. I'm trying to get on a barrel and pull him. Here we go. So I pull him with a barrel. It's pretty fucked. He looks kind of weird. He looks like a possessed monkey. Like he's possessed by the Shah. Now, I don't know the whole story behind this Stormstout Brewery. I know it has something to do with Chen Stormstout. And he's supposed to be helping you in this instance, but he's not on a normal version. Might be a heroic thing. So as you can see right now, he's going bananas. He's grounding. He's doing his little ground pound. It's about like 3 little shock waves in a frontal cone, and I just stood there and took it. Should have I gotten out of the way? Yeah, fucking probably, but I didn't. I stood there like a boss and I took it. Whatever. The healer was doing pretty good. By the way, the healer we had was a shaman healer who I think was playing an April Fool's joke on me because he was like, "This is the first time he ever healed as a resto shaman," but he did an amazing job. So I have no idea what to do about the barrels. I guess while he's in the middle of doing his ground pound, obviously you can't move him. His HP is going down really, really fast. Now, the difficulty currently of the dungeon, some bosses seem a little bit overtuned. Some bosses are just totally undertuned. Like this boss is just really easy. It's just normal tank and spank. You don't have to worry about anything. As long as you have a healer with half a fucking brain, there's no way you can fail. At this point, I'm trying to figure out ways to maybe get him hit, move him to the middle, because it seems like a lot of the traffic with the barrels is going through the middle of the room. And with a warrior, you could probably just leave him in the middle, back by those that wooden trap door behind him, and kind of like heroic leap away, charge back in. But yeah, I'm gonna probably do this on my paladin tank, see how I do then. And yeah, I try to do my best keeping up my shield block with my warrior. Trying to learn all the tanks right now. It's kind of crazy because there's so many new abilities, so many changes in Mist of Pandaria that it's hard to keep up. But I think right now, after playing a Brewmaster tank, it's definitely, you know, Druid, Brewmaster, probably Paladin, Warrior, then Death Knight. I'm still not convinced that the Death Knights are really powerful in Mist of Pandaria. But he's just like fucking flipping his shit. I don't know how many debuffs he has of the brew explosion to make him take more damage, but he is going pretty. He's going down pretty quickly right here. Now, after this is over, you quickly go right into a gauntlet. Now, we didn't know how to do the gauntlet. The next boss is a rabbit or a rat vermin that looks like a rabbit. I guess it's a rat. His name is Hoptalus, I guess would be his name. We'll see him in a few seconds here. But a pretty good group, pretty good DPS. We had a Warlock, we had a Shadow Priest, Frost DK, Resto Shaman, and myself as a Prot Warrior. And some nice little leather drop there. That would have been beautiful for my Brewmaster or my Druid tank, Blubbernot. So here we go. Turn around. More Hosen party animals. I see these hoplins all over the place. So I'm thinking to myself, there's a lot of ads here. What is going on? So what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to kill the boppers. The boppers have this hammer, and you pick up the hammer like it's an item that you pick up off of a mob, and then you basically just smash everything around you with the hammer. So this is a nice little gauntlet. At this point, we have no idea what's going on. I'm live streaming. People are yelling at me in the live stream to kill the boppers to get the hammer, and that's not working out too well right now. Like, I'm just losing aggro on ads. I'm trying to thunderclap, fucking blade storm, all this shit. Nothing's working. I'm like, what is going on? And I just keep pulling. I'm thinking to myself, this gauntlet has to end somewhere. There's no fucking way in hell that this entire gauntlet is meant to be pulled, you know, like this. I'm pretty sure once you overgear the instance, though, you could probably just pull the entire gauntlet, turn around into a corner, consecrate, blade storm, do what you gotta do. And right here is where the boss is supposed to be, because you see a big, fat fucking carrot blocking the way. And I died. Yeah, we're all gonna die. At this point, I'm figuring out what the fuck's going on. So let's talk about Hoptalus. He has very sharp teeth, apparently. He has a few abilities. The first is called Carrot Breath. We'll call him Hop. Hop slowly turns in a circle, spewing vile carrot juices, inflicting 30,000 physical damage, and knocks targets back in a 20-degree cone in front of Hop. So it's basically like if you think of Mimiron's Barrage. He just spins in a circle, and just get away from it. Or if you want to think of the wise Mari from Jade Temple of the Jade Serpent, basically just he goes in circles with the little like lurker like ability or Cthulhu like ability. He has something called Whirlwind. Hop spins in a rapid circle, inflicting 30,000 damage every 1 second to surrounding units. Basically, it's a blade storm. It's a whirlwind. It's kind of like the boss in Utgard Pinnacle, the one that drops the mount. You know how he spins, but as a tank, you can actually taunt him while he's spinning, so it doesn't hit the other like ranged or melee. It's kind of like that. Then you have a shrill screech. Hop will periodically emit a cry calling for the aid of hoplings, hoppers, and bouncers, which are these ads that we were just pulling. So the hoplings are the tiniest vermin. They do little more. They do a little more than hop around and bite things. They kind of just like do minimal damage to you. Now hoppers are larger vermin, and they carry a barrel of explosives in their mouth. If the hoppers reach its target, it will hop madly before exploding, inflicting 30,000 fire damage to all enemies within 10 yards and knocks them down. Now boppers carry a big hammer, and now the big old hammer is what I'm talking about. When boppers die, they drop their big old hammer. A hammer can be picked up to gain 3 charges of the smash ability. Smash, slam the big old hammer into the ground, destroying all hoppers and hoplings within 6 yards and dealing heavy damage to boppers. So I mean, I'm pretty sure on heroic mode you're gonna have to probably follow the mechanics of this boss. If you don't, you're pretty much in deep shit. But right now, we basically face rolled this. I mean, I myself am very, very guilty of standing in the carrot breath. I taunted during the whirlwinds just so my range wouldn't, die or anything. I think our Death Knight died to some sort of AoE explosion, I believe it was. So I'm trying my best to explain to these people, what do you mean, you people, to my group, how exactly to do this encounter. I guess without failing is what I'm looking for, the word I'm looking for. But yeah, I mean, all you have to do is, as a tank, is just try to AoE tank everything that comes out. And if you have the time, mark the important targets like the boppers and the explosive hoppers that are about to target you and kill you. So we go in. He looks so ugly. It's just like a red-eyed rat / bunny / I don't know what these things are. It's kind of like an advanced version of the the vermin that you see in the Northshire Abbey when you're first leveling as a human. Those vermin in the trogs or whatever in the tunnels. It's like an advanced version. Look at the fucking. Look to the left, man. It's just like a fucking room full of bunnies. It's like, please, this is really bad. So there's his whirlwind. I go ahead and I taunt him during the whirlwind to bring him back to me, but obviously I don't have a secondary taunt, and my taunt was just coming off a cooldown. So here we go. Hop lets out a loud screech. The vermin are coming. So here are the hoplings. These are the harmless ones. These guys do no fucking damage whatsoever. Here are the boppers. All these guys have hammers. And here come the hoplings. The hoplings have the little explosives. I didn't exactly... there's the carrot breath where he's spinning around. And there you go. There's the hoppers. A few of them have bombs on them. 2, 3 have bombs. And they all go right for the Death Knight. And they're going to hop right on top of him. And they're going to blow his ass up. There it was right there. And he got hit pretty hard. But the boss itself, Hop has barely like any... What does he have? Like 5-6 million HP. It's pretty easy just to kite him around. I didn't take too much damage. None of the little ads did a lot of damage. He's like, I got 1 shot. It's like, no, you didn't really get 1 shot. You kind of got like 7 shot. It was like 4 or 7 little those hoppers with explosive brew, and they just fucking targeted the Death Knight and blew his ass up. The shaman almost died right here. That would have probably been a wipe if he would have died. But at this point, I'm live streaming, so usually the way it works for me is whenever I do any type of dungeons or raids, that's not my main hard mode raids with my guild, I do it in my live stream. It's a good way to interact with my live stream, get to know people, make friends, etc. And everyone right now, when they listen to me, instead of going up Ventrilo, I basically talk to them on my live stream, and there's like a good 20-second delay, so after someone's already dead, then they hear me yell at them, which is pretty funny. But I really don't mean it. I think yelling at people during raids, belittling, degrading, all that shit's pretty bad. It works for some people, for others it doesn't. For me, I'm a grown-ass motherfucking man, obviously with the mentality and brain of probably like a 12-year-old kid who just likes to have some fun. But I mean, the whole yelling and going crazy is, it's never been my thing when it came to WoW raiding. So, back to the dungeon, Stormstout Brewery. Once again, right now this dungeon is not available through the dungeon finder in the Mr. Pandaria beta. You kind of have to find alternate methods to get here. And I was fortunate enough to have a good following of people trying to get to this area the way that we know how to. I have my little bunny fingers up right now. Little bunny fingers, how to, quote, unquote. But we got here and having a good time. So far, only 2 dungeons we've done. If you guys want to see me do this dungeon on my other tanks, let me know. I do really want to do this dungeon on my Brewmaster Monk Panda, and I really want to do it on my Paladin. I don't know. I feel like I want to show people Blood Knight tanking, like from I guess just a tutorial kind of view, but it's just so boring. Blood Death Knights is kind of like diseases, Blood Boil. Everything's diseased up. Rune Strike, Death Strike, fucking Heart Strike, and you're good to go. Keep up Bone Shield. Don't forget about that. And here I am looking at the room full of rabid bunnies that if they probably saw me under this wooden plank right here, they'd probably chew my dick off and feed it to their young. Yeah, so let's go. So the carrot is now removed. Right there, those are some unfinished models that we just passed by. As you can see, we're not supposed to be here right now, but we are. Bloated Brew Elemental. The last boss of this instant is Yangzhou, the Uncasted. Goes great with lime. He's supposed to be like an elemental beer or an elemental brew of some sort. It's kind of funny. I don't know how to explain it. But these ads are pretty self-explanatory. You're actually able to... what's that called? Bloat. You can interrupt any of their abilities. It's kind of funny because when you do these dungeons on normal, you kind of ignore all the abilities, right? Like, whatever, fuck this. This is easy. Normal mode is just for leveling. Blizzard doesn't make this shit hard. And then when you get to heroic mode, you're wiping. You're like, man, this shit was really fucking easy when we were doing it on fucking normal mode, man. What the fuck happened? So, Yeasty Brew Alelemental. Alelemental. I see what you did there. Alelemental. Lol. And fucking Blizzard's funny with their humor sometimes. And just kill these guys. They don't even do anything at all. I think they heal each other. Either that or that's the fucking Warlock. Now, the last boss took us a little bit because we didn't really understand, I guess, the mechanics of the last boss. And it took us like a good 5 minutes to figure it out. I mean, it's pretty fun. It's a fun encounter. It's definitely more fun than any other boss that we've done so far in Mr. Pandaria. Also, apparently, side note, there's a world boss that's out there who's level 90. Currently hits tanks for like their entire health pool. So yeah, I could probably get to him and show you that. Now, I mean, I like your guys' honest opinion. If you guys would like to see videos of anything and everything Mr. Pandaria, say so in the comments. I mean, I'm talking about everything, like little updates to certain classes. I was thinking of making certain side videos that are only like 2 or 3 minutes long and calling them, Paladin Tank Update. Anytime there's a crucial update to any of the tanking classes. As you know, I specialize in the tanking arena. I don't really specialize in anything else. I do PvP for fun. We're definitely going to try out prop PvP in Mr. Pandaria. We're going to see if it's effective, if it's viable, if the damage is good. If it's not, then I guess we're going to have to go Ret, because Ret is the only spec that has Hammer Fuck Your Face, and Prot does not have Hammer Fuck Your Face, which makes Towelliee sad. But here we go, nice little Blade Storms Towel Storm. Right there, 24k, 9k, bam, 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 bam. Yeah, after you're watching me AoE on this video, and you've probably already watched my Brewmaster tanking video, you're probably saying this is fucking kibbles and bits compared to what the fuck you saw in my Brewmaster video. 60,000 damage per fucking mob. Stupid Brewmaster OP tanks. They better get fucking fixed. But we're almost to the boss here. It's a pretty well-designed dungeon. A lot of these dungeons, you can also jump out of them if you guys want to go and explore the rest of Pandaria with no mobs and no NPCs. After you're done with the dungeons, all these little, like, planks and shit, you can actually jump over them and go out and explore, like, unmodeled areas. So there he is, Yangzhou, the Uncasted. the uncast, excuse me. Let me go ahead and explain his abilities for you guys. We have Brew Bolt. If there are no players near Yangzu, he will begin casting Brew Bolts, inflicts 30,000 frost damage, and increased magic damage taken by the target for 6 seconds. The Perfect Brew, ? We don't know what that does. Uncle Gao's crazy experiments in brew mastery have granted Yangzu one of 2 abilities. One is called Bloat. Causes the target to gush brew from their ears for 1 minute. Inflicts 20,000 physical damage to and knocks targets back in a 10-degree cone on either side of the bloated player. Blackout Brew. A heavy brew that inflicts 10,000 frost damage to all players and applies 3 stacks of Blackout Brew. Stacks can be removed by moving and jumping. If Blackout Brew reaches 10 stacks, the player is stunned for 10 seconds. So that's basically like the boss of the Nexus on heroic mode. The dragon, I forgot her name. If you basically... Oh, this is the part where our Death Knight died because... I guess I got out of range, and he turned around and did the first ability that I explained, Brew Bolt, which is if you're not within his melee range, he's going to fuck you up. And I guess he got fucked up. And you have to kill these ads very quickly, too, the Yeasty Brew Elementals. They're actually healing the boss. So at this point, we have no idea that the boss is being healed until we look at his HP and we're like, oh, fuck, he's being healed. And now there's other abilities. One is called Just a Few More Ingredients. At 75% health remaining, Uncle Gao adds a few more ingredients to the brew, increasing Yangzu's size and granting one of 2 new abilities. Bubble Shield. Covers himself with 8 small bubbles. Each bubble grants 10% damage reduction to him. Now, a lot of these abilities, it seems like we didn't see. We're supposed to see this Uncle Gao or something. I don't know where he is in the room. It's supposed to be some sort of uncle giving this guy abilities. But basically, the way the fight works is tank and spank him, kill all the Yeasty Brew Elementals so they don't heal him. We get the Death Knight back up. Once we kill the ads, every time a bubble comes up, get in the bubble and press jump so that you're not on the floor. While you're on the floor, you take damage, kind of like the gravity shit from Kael'thas. It's pretty simple. Let's see. There's another one called Now Turn Up the Heat, and at 50% health remaining, Uncle Gao's further modifies the recipe, increasing the size of Yangzu. And then there's 3 abilities he's supposed to do. One's called Carbonation, one's called Fizzy Bubble, one's called Wall of Suds, one's called Sudsy. Carbonation fills the room with carbonation for 20 seconds, inflicts 1,000 frost damage every 1 second to enemies that are close to the ground. That's probably what you're seeing when I'm in the bubble and I'm close to the ground. I'm taking like 3,000-4,000 damage per second. Fizzy Bubble. Clicking on the Fizzy Bubble grants the ability to fly for 20 seconds. Then there's Wall of Suds. Yangzu periodically summons forth walls of Sudsy Brew. Inflicts 10,000 frost damage every 0.5 seconds to players that stand in the wall and stuns them for 5 seconds. And then Sudsy. The Sudsy nature of Yangzu grants players the ability to jump extra high. So I'm not sure what that's for, but it looks like right now there's a lot of abilities that are just not implemented into the fight unless they're just not doing enough damage and I'm not seeing them. As you can see right now, everyone is basically in a bubble and I'm not in a bubble. I'm trying to get to a bubble very quickly and get back to the boss because last time I went for a bubble, our Death Knight died. So I was kind of weary about that. And I figured since I'm not taking that much damage, it's all good. But at this point, everyone knows the encounter. Pretty easy, I guess, mechanics to this boss. Once they actually implement the other abilities that I guess are supposed to be in the fight, then maybe we'll see some extra damage, a lot more mechanics that we have to go follow through with. Here's the 50% right now. But a warrior tanking pretty smooth. Once again, nothing much to it. You got your Shield Slam, Revenge, Heroic Strike for Rage Dump, Devastate, keep the 3 Sunders up, Thunderclap, keep your deep wounds up, and that's pretty much it. Sword and Board proc, do your thing. Revenge proc, do your thing. Manage your cooldowns. Always make sure you have over 60 rage at all times so you can keep shield block up. Or if it's a magical damage fight, keep up shield barrier. But that's pretty much it. See, right now I'm taking 900 damage, 900. That's because I'm too close to the ground. So right now I'm suffering from the Carbonation ability. And we don't want to do that. I'm just a lazy fuck, I'm sorry. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed this little walkthrough here of the Stormstout Brewery. Any more information on mechanics and stuff, there's always those websites out there, Wowhead, MMO Champion, worldofwarcraft.com forums. Go to the Mr. Pandaria dungeon section. There's a nice tutorial on like all the fucking encounters out there. And for those of you who are new to my style of videos, I'm not a really scripted guy. I know a lot of people out there are very scripted. They sound very professional and everything's like in order. Not me. I just play the video, I comment on it, and I say whatever the fuck comes to my mind. And that's the way I've always done my videos. People like it. Same thing with my live stream. It's all the good shit. Speaking of which, twitch.tv/Towelliee. Come visit me on the live stream. Once again, #1 MMO live stream in the world out there right now. Mr. Pandaria, #1 Mr. Pandaria live stream out there. We're rocking it. Playing MOP every single day. Just doing whatever the fans want me to do. Leveling dungeons over and over again. Creating new characters, copying new characters. I have 2 accounts with the beta on it, so I have a lot to go through. And also catch me on Towelliee.com, new website, redesigned and everything. YouTube.com/Console Crusader. We just hit 15,000 subscribers. Woo woo! Everyone's like, 15,000, whatever. And go ahead and subscribe there if you guys want to. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think about this dungeon, design, bosses, difficulty. What do you guys think? Easy, push over, wish it was harder for beginners. Do you guys think that new level 85s or level 85, 86s starting leveling to 90 should experience difficulties while leveling? Let me know what you guys think. This is Towelliee. Peace out. This video is part of the Way movement. We lay it out for you to play it out. To find out more, head to tgn.tv. Peace.